Howdy folks, this is Chris with Big Guys Hike 2, and today's video is going to be just a short hike in the park near my house. Thought I'd give a little update on what's going on in my life, and I don't know if you can see him, but right there's old Red, so he's hiking with me. We haven't hiked in a while, so he's sniffing about everything he can possibly sniff. Anyway, see, and he's peeing on everything. So anyhow, haven't been out on the trail for a couple weeks now. I had to go to Texas to MD Anderson, which is where I'm getting treated for my cancer, and I went in for my 1-year checkup, and everything so far is looking good. I get what's called a PSA done, and as long as the number's dropping, that's a good sign everything's going good. And it'll be a couple years I have to get that tested, and then it'll slow down. I get it tested every 6 months. It'll slow down to a little less frequently after a couple years. So that was good news, and I'm happy about that. And anyway, it's fun with the dog. It wants to stop every 5 seconds, pee on every damn tree. So anyway, we also started going to the gym, and so the gym I joined is a key fob gym, open 24 hours. It's a smaller gym in my hometown down here that basically has some free weights, a couple cardio machines, and it's got a corner with that CrossFit stuff with the medicine balls and the tires and all that stuff. Really don't see how they do that with such a small area, how they can move around and do certain things, but everybody's got their own thing. So, but for me, the lifting weights and all that stuff, I was in a car wreck a couple years back, and I injured my neck and my shoulder, and my neck is about as good as it's going to get. I lost a little bit of range of motion, but it's pain-free as long as I don't try to move it too far that one direction. And I can pretty much see over my left shoulder now, which was what the problem was. And so the I'm out of short of breath, I'll tell you, getting back into it, I guess. But I've been going to the gym 3 times, 3 days in a row, 1 day off, and I haven't really missed any days. I missed, I think, 1 day in 3 weeks. So, and that day it just was, we had some other stuff going on and I couldn't make it to the gym. But other than that, I've been making sure I go and doing a little bit more each day. The shoulder injury is a rotatory cuff injury, and if anybody knows anything about lifting weights, it's really difficult to lift anything heavy when you're because your shoulder's kind of involved in pretty much every movement in your upper body. So I just use low weights and try to manipulate the way I do my wrist rotation. Makes a huge difference on what muscle. I think my injury is one of the tendons to the bicep, so it's kind of a bad tear and a good tear in the fact that it only limits certain things. So can't raise my hand above my head, so I can't do any kind of press above my head. I can't reach far to the left and try to pull anything towards me. My range of motion is my arm can only go back to just past the plane of my body. I can't really reach back any farther than that without a lot of pain. And if I go to push myself up, like say off a chair, it feels like the tendon pops over out of the groove or whatever, and that is some serious pain. But anyway, I've been doing the exercise. My rehab people told me to do, and working on that. Certain things I can do a lot of. Seems like I can do pulls with my back, so I can do a lot of the back exercises. Weird thing is, shrugs and deadlift doesn't bother at all. You'd think it would, but it don't. But like bicep curls, I gotta watch how much I do and where my shoulders and which direction my wrists are at. Makes a huge difference on that, and I can't do any kind of large weights like I normally can. So a little bit here, a little bit there, and try to improve as I go, and I'm still seeing a doctor for it, so hopefully all that stuff will get better. Definitely noticed my cardio is getting a little better. I had lost 13 pounds when I started getting back into exercising, and then I gained a couple of pounds back, then lost them again. So I'm kind of where I was at. And then I started the keto diet really hard, like keeping track of my calories and my macros, and started that 2 weeks ago. Last week I had lost 2 pounds. I got to weigh in tomorrow morning for my weekly weigh-in, and I think I am going to end up maybe gaining a pound or 2. I'm not really sure, which would put me back to 0 where I started, but I definitely believe I'm putting on a little bit of muscle, which is what caused that regain. And I might have been a little water weight when I first lost the weight, but I'm definitely feeling a little more fuller in the chest and back, and seems like my stomach, some of the fat's starting to come off just a little bit, but I guess the key is consistency with your diet and the cardio and stuff like that. What I can tell you is I bought a wrist monitor for my blood pressure, and that seems to be doing really well. My blood pressure's already come down from where it was at, and my resting pulse is already about 10 less than what it was. So that all is a good indication I'm getting better health. So that's what the key to this is being healthier. My blood sugars, which I monitor, have gone down and seem to be a little more consistent. They're not down below 100 all the time, which is where I really would like it to be. I have that weird thing where in the morning, it's usually one of my highest readings. My diet must be working because I don't spike after meals. And in the morning when I'm high, I go to the gym. When I get done, I measure it when I get back, and it seems like I'm below 110 to below 100 sometimes. Seems like I'm getting more below 100s now, which is good, except for my body's so used to being high that it makes me feel kind of bad when I'm in normal range. But that'll change, and I see an endocrinologist this week coming up to see if I come up with a better plan to take care of my diabetes. But with that being said, everything's going really well. Hello. Hi. And Red, stop. So somebody just walked by with a dog, and Red, I kind of wanted to check it out, and I don't think that's a good idea. So anyway, we're trying to work everything out, hoping that maybe this weekend or the week after, I got to purchase a sleeping pad for my camping or my hiking gear, because the one I have got a hole in it the last time we went camping, and I have a lot of redundant equipment, and of course the one piece of equipment that I don't have any redundancy on is a sleeping pad, and of course that's what went bad. So right down here it's starting to get cool, so I don't want to go out and sleep on the ground without some insulation, and I'm definitely too old to be laying on the ground for comfort. So hopefully in a couple days I'll be able to order a new one, and when that comes in, get out, and as the temperatures get cold, I need to really dial in my gear according to the different temperatures to know what to pack and what not to pack during different types of the year for my through hike in a year and a half. So anyway, but I still got to get out and hike, as you can see from being winded. This is gonna be about a 2.5 mile hike, and I'm only about a little over halfway now, and I'm a huffing and puffing, and this is relatively flat. So we definitely know we got a ways to go. But remember, 1,000 miles starts with one step, right? Is that what they say? So anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it loose so this isn't too long-winded. Probably already too late for that, huh? But anyway, remember, plan your hike and hike your plan.